morning and a very warm welcome. You are watching Janata Television and this is the English Bulletin with me, Anustha Acharya. The top stories first. PM Oli fails to garner majority vote from Parliament. Three major parties urge President to form new government. CCMC recommends extending prohibitory order in Kathmandu Valley by 15 days. Chief District Officer to take a decision regarding this matter today. Coronavirus claims 8,139 lives across the country. Number of active cases rises to 93,000. Taliban declared 3-day Eid ceasefire. The announcement comes as US pulls troops out of Afghanistan. And UEFA in talks to switch Champions League final to Wembley. The football governing body likely to take a decision soon. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli has failed to garner vote of confidence for the House of Representatives. A report. The proposal tabled by Prime Minister Oli to seek vote of confidence for the lower house got rejected yesterday. A total of 93 votes were cast in favor of motion while 124 were against it. Meanwhile, 15 parliamentarians remained neutral. The main opposition party, Nepali Congress and Maoist Centre voted against the motion. Speaker Agni Sapkota announced that the proposal tabled by PM Oli was rejected as the proposal did not receive required majority votes. Sapkota shared that 232 HOR members were present in the meeting. Lawmakers of the Khanal Nepal group of CPN-UML remained absent during the voting. A total of 136 votes out of 271 existing lower house members was required to pass the motion of trust. Meanwhile, three major political parties have urged the president to form a majority government, citing Prime Minister Oli's failure to get a vote of confidence. Issuing a joint statement yesterday, Nepali Congress, CPN Maoist Centre and Janata Samajwadi Party Nepal urged the president to call for the formation of a majority government as per the Article 76(2) of the Constitution. The District COVID-19 Crisis Management Center, Kathmandu has recommended the government to extend prohibitory order for 15 more days in the capital. Chief District Officer of Kathmandu, Kali Prasad Parazuli, said that a meeting of the Chief District Officers of Kathmandu Valley would take necessary decision on this matter later today. Parazuli said that it was necessary to extend the prohibitory order as the Kathmandu Valley has been severely affected by the COVID-19. The valley has been recording around 4,000 COVID-19 cases per day. The prohibitory order was initially imposed in the Kathmandu Valley for a week on April 29 and later it was extended for another 1 week. The prohibitory order is expiring on midnight of May 12. This is Janata Bulletin. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back after the break. We continue with other national news. Coronavirus claimed a record high 139 lives across the country in a single day. A report. The government yesterday confirmed 139 deaths across the country due to coronavirus. With this, the death toll has climbed to 3,859. The Ministry of Health and Population also reported 9,127 new cases of coronavirus across the country. The total cases of coronavirus in the country have climbed to 403,794, while the number of active cases has increased to 93,141 from the overnight tally of 88,160. According to the ministry, altogether 306,794 infected persons have recovered from the disease in the country so far. Nepal is currently among the top 45 countries that have been most affected by the pandemic. The USA tops the list with over 33.47 million confirmed cases, followed by India with more than 22.89 million cases. Coronavirus has infected more than 159.3 million people across the world and claimed over 3.31 million lives. And now the news from the economic front. Nepal Rashtra Bank is all set to auction treasury bills worth rupees 8.18 billion from today. The central bank is issuing the treasury bills with maturity period of 91 days, 182 days and 364 days to arrange internal loan for the government. Treasury bills worth rupees 100 million issued for 91 days will mature on August 10, 2021. Similarly, treasury bills worth rupees 6 billion will be issued for a period of 181 days. The bills will mature on November 9, 2021. The central bank is also issuing treasury bills worth rupees 2.8 billion with a maturity period of 364 days. According to the central bank, the bidding process of the treasury bills have been open since yesterday and the auction will take place from today. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back. Now the international news. The Taliban has declared a 3-day ceasefire across Afghanistan to mark the week's Eid al-Fitr holiday. According to Al Jazeera, the announcement comes 2 days after more than 50 people, mostly young girls, were killed in bomb blast outside a school in the capital Kabul. Mujahideen of the Islamic Emirate are instructed to halt all offensive operations against the enemy countrywide from the 1st till the 3rd day of Eid, a statement released by the Taliban said on Monday. But if the enemy conducts any assault or attacks against you during these days, stand ready. The protect and defend yourself and your territory, it added. The ceasefire announcement comes as the United States announces to pull out its 2,500 troops 20 years after it's invaded the country. You're watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. UEFA is set to decide in a few days whether to switch the Champions League final to Wembley from Istanbul because of travel restrictions. According to the BBC, European football's governing body will meet with UK government officials and the football associations to discuss options for the final. Chelsea face Manchester City in the final on 29 May, but fans have been told not to travel after Turkey was put on England's travel red list. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. PM Oli fails to garner majority vote for parliament. 3 major parties urge president to form new government. CCMC recommends extending prohibitory order in Kathmandu by 15 days. Chief District Officer to take a decision regarding this matter today. Coronavirus claims 8,139 lives across the country. Number of active cases rises to 93,000. Taliban declared 3 days Eid ceasefire. The announcement comes as US pulls troops out of Afghanistan. And UEFA in talks to switch Champions League final to Wembley. The football governing body likely to take a decision soon. And that's all from the English news desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website JanataSamachar.com. We urge all our viewers to follow government directives of the lockdown and follow healthy hygienic practices to keep safe from any infection. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.